Jay's Custom Creations is sponsored by Bits and Bits. Use the code JBates to save 10% off your next router bit or CNC bit purchase at bitsbits.com. This is the G0555LANV bandsaw. It's probably one of Grizzly's most popular bandsaws. Really good model. The 555 series. I bought this exact bandsaw in 2013, and before moving to this shop, I sold it to a friend of mine named Ben. Ben sold it to a mutual friend of ours named Bill, and here it is, gone around the whole circle here, and we're back in my shop. It needs a little bit of TLC, basically from simply lack of use. It's mainly just been sitting. It's got some rust, it's got some seized bearings and all that stuff. So today I'm going to start tearing it apart and cleaning it up real good, install some new components, take the riser block out so I can dedicate this to a curve cutting machine, and put it back in service. When I was a young boy, which is one of those like back in my day kind of stories here, I used to love tearing stuff apart. Like, for instance, if a VCR, you remember those? If a VCR or a Discman, a Walkman, remember those too? If it tore up, if it didn't work anymore, I'd get a screwdriver out of my dad's tool chest and I'd start taking it apart because, you know, I'm going to figure this thing out. And you open it up and you take all the mechanical stuff apart that you can take apart and the optical drive and stuff like that. And you set it aside and then you get down to where the circuit boards are or whatever. And yeah, I've got no clue. But that is so much fun. That's the point where I would just throw away the item because we live in a disposable society. I'm at that point and obviously can't throw all this away. But I've got to do a lot of cleaning and packaging up. This riser block that I just took off was given to me many years ago, and I want to pay it forward by giving it back to somebody else. And I've already contacted the person who's going to get this, so I got to get that packaged up and sent off. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. Cleaning is the boring part. This is the cleaner that I like to use. It's the first one I bought many years ago. It works really well, so I just keep buying it. And it's made for tools and prevents rust. So all the small things, if they can fit in here, I will put them in here, fill this up with that cleaning solution. And I like to use this because I can just shake it around pretty good. And then when I'm done, I can open the lid and very easily transfer it back into the bottle. This stuff is pretty much reusable. You can use it several times before it loses its effectiveness. But for all the small stuff, this is the route that I'm going. Everything has been cleaned as much as I want to clean it. I'm not going to go through the hassle of just trying to do some touch-up paint here or there. Now it's ready for assembly, which is the exact opposite process. I'm going to get as much done as I can here before I actually go putting stuff back onto the machine itself. It's been about a week since I did all the work on this thing. A bunch of life shenanigans have happened that I hope to be able to fill you in on soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. The pin goes on the table right here, and the final piece of the puzzle is this that I think is pretty neat. So the insert plate, right? A decade ago, I put some blue painter's tape on the bottom to shim it up, and here we are a decade later, and it's still there. Done. I am ready to turn this thing on and bring back some memories. So I have been stuck in the bandsaw as a resaw machine mindset for many years. Well, ever since I got rid of this saw and got my larger dedicated resawing bandsaw, I actually put a curve cutting blade on that particular machine, the Laguna BX18, 18BX, and just didn't like it. You know, that machine is basically a resaw monster. Now that I have a dedicated curve cutting monster, you know, these little like cartoon flames, like the hot rod flames, I remember them being a lot easier when I was in high school. That looks like garbage, but it's a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm glad to have this back in the shop. No, it's not perfect, but it is operational, and it is an absolute just excitement back into my shop. You guys take care. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.